what we're doing here is something a little bit more interesting than our normal game demo. So I'm playing around with a Yeston Sakura Radeon RX, I can't remember, 6700 XT. So what we got going on here, and what I'm looking at, and I'm actually surprised, I might have been right. So what we're doing is we're seeing if we can pair something like this 6700 XT with a very old, fast system, such as this 4790K. So this 47, oh, dang it, I did not want to go in the water. So this 4790K is a 4 gigahertz, even at stock. It is a stock 4 gigahertz chip, which means in a lot of games, it should be able to outperform a lot of, like, say, the X99 stuff. Some games that can utilize more cores, it won't be able to outperform, but I'm thinking that in a lot of cases, we might get performance not too far off from something like an 8700K, for example. It's not an 8700K. It's not fast as an 8700K, but I'm thinking it might not be that far off. So check out these settings. So we are using FSR3. I've got it in the quality preset. And I am using FSR 3.1 frame gen. And the thing with that is that there's like no middle ground. So if I turn it, so check this out. So we look at our conventional settings. If I crank these and then turn off all of the upscaling and frame gen, it's not a playable frame rate. So if we were to maybe run it at lower medium at 1440, it would be like 60 to 80 FPS. But I found that the better way to go is a little bit of upscaling, the frame gen, and then crank all of the settings, including the ray tracing. This is almost a maxed out experience. And it's very good. This is what I'm looking at, the back of the tire. Usually that's where you're going to see, that's one of the places that you will often see defects from either the upscaling or the frame gen. So this is absolutely a viable 1440p experience. We're dipping a little bit, but it's not bad. The heck? And then if you turn off, let's check this out. You turn off the ray tracing. You have what is effectively a fairly high frame rate, conventional, maxed out Cyberpunk experience. In fact, the other thing you can do, let's see here. I wonder, I'm thinking 60? Okay, not bad. So we kill the upscaling and only use the frame gen. Dang it. Oh, look. Hee hee. Oh, darn it. No idea where my bike just went. Right there. Oh, it's even standing up. Yeah, so this is not bad. It's a fairly crisp image. God darn it. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of places you could go with it. The other thing you can do, like I said, okay, so you turn all that off, and then I'm guessing we can run. Let's start at low, except for crowd density. Let's kill that, kill that. Okay, so that's the conventional. Okay, so it actually really does need the upscaling. But, like I said, so you turn on that. Oh, come on. Okay, so realistically, the way you want to do this is what I'm doing here. And that's running an ultra. Just happened. It must have just, what just happened there? Oh, no. I should have just left it the way it was. Yeah, so this is really the way to run it, is basically maxed out settings with the upscaling options, because it really does, it looks better, and for whatever reason, even at low settings, it's still, I'm actually surprised. I expected better at low settings and worse at high settings, and it's basically exactly the opposite of what I expected. So, and keep in mind this is 1440, which you wouldn't really. You know, I wonder if, let's try one other thing. I wonder if it'll actually, because looking at the GPU utilization, I'm suspicious. Oops. I have to change our, forgot some of these games. Come on. I think I might have just crashed it. Did I crash it? Oh, no, I guess not. What's going on here? So we're trying to run. Usually it'll, what the heck? Usually you can run. So let me pause it for a second, because I'm gonna have to kill the game to do what I'm trying to do. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So what we're doing here is running it at 4K. And I'm thinking, let's run it at high. Stop it. I really hate this kind of crap. Okay, I get it. Okay, so FSR. So I'm thinking it's gonna look better. I'm thinking this is probably gonna be our best of all worlds. So I usually disable everything that's related to these effects, because these are, in my opinion, effects that take you out of the game. These effects make it look like a movie, and we're not watching a movie, we're playing a game. So I'm not sure why that stuff is always there. Okay, so look at that. See how good that looks? That is the way to go. Because at the lower resolutions, you're really CPU bound, and it doesn't really it doesn't really suck any more performance. I wonder. Okay. So here's another, so let's leave it at conventional. Let's see what this does. You never know. Okay, it's not really usable. But, well, let's do this. No, that's Ray Traced Ultra. Let's do Ray Traced Medium. Nah, you can't. Let's try it now. Let's turn all of that off. I mean, that's playable. That's a good, I mean, that looks good. It's a little bit less frame rate room than I really like. But look at that. Now our GPU is sitting at a lot higher utilization. Let's... I wonder what all of this stuff without... Nah, the reality is it looks like if you want that good experience, the thing you want to do is you want to run at 4K. I mean, I'm on a 4K monitor, but look how crisp that is. That's nuts. For this build, I mean, come on, guys. This is basically e-waste. This is basically a 6700 XT paired with e-waste. That's essentially what we have going on here. So I find this really impressive. So you could do something like this. Buy a moderately expensive GPU. I think on the used market, these can be had for like 180 to like 250. But the thing with a card like this, like you might be able to get a 3070 for the same price, but once you start getting into these cards, they also have less power draw. And so even if the card isn't more powerful than say like a 3070 or something, it might be of benefit to have the lower power draw for an overall cheaper system. I mean, you could, any moderately okay power supply is going to drive this card. So like a 500 watt thermal take off Amazon for $35, $40 is going to drive this card. So anyway, I hope you guys found this interesting. Like I said, I don't normally do this stuff, but I think I'm going to start doing more because I think there's so much of this old hardware out there, and it's really interesting to see just how far we can push some of it. But anyway, I hope you guys like this look at the 6700 XT paired with a 4790K, and thanks for watching.